And welcome back to Beef Sticks Podcast. And Pasty, this is quite the era.
An undisputed era, my friend, and a shock to the system as Adam Cole's prophecy comes to fruition.
Oh, not just Adam Cole's, but Fat Max also.
Yes. The Undisputed Era is draped in gold. That's right, they hold all the gold in NXT.
And I couldn't be happier.
Except for the Women's Championship, which is kind of weird. Like, they need to pull a woman in to the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, you know who I'd love to see in there, but it would really be awkward, is Candice LeRae.
Yeah. That would be weird. See, I would say
I don't
Shayna
want
Baszler.
Gargano in there.
I think Baszler would fit nice with him.
I don't think she does because all of them are like indie darlings, and I want to see an indie darling in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were all kind of like ROH guys, and I want to see an ROH chica. And obviously, ROH doesn't have a lot of women, but they were part of Shine, and now they got Women of Honor. So, somebody who did some Shine action, you know what I mean? I don't know.
So how long do you think they keep all the gold? That's the real question.
Honestly, usually this means that somebody's losing gold within the next 2 weeks.
I'd say tag team champs are probably up to lose it. I think it's the easiest one to lose.
I know, but I'm scared it's going to be Cole. And with them being on TV now, it would be smart for them to have a major title change on TV, not on a takeover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that gets people talking. Oh, you got to watch the weekly show.
Well, you know what else you couldn't live with losing is our sponsors, our good friends at QualiTee's T-shirt company of Wilmer, Minnesota, putting on Wilmer Mania Part 2 with Pep's Barbershop. It's a great company, high class, high quality products, and you can't turn down the price. That dude Saint will have you covered for all your custom tees, sublimation, heat transfer vinyl and decals, and shirts for any occasion. Multiple styles of fabrics, everything you could possibly need is in-house at QualiTee's T-shirt company. He's even got his own line of Bullywear brand clothing, supporting Pitbull awareness, because they are America's most beloved breed of dog.
And one of the most nicest, sweetest breed of dogs ever.
Oh, yes. And of course, couldn't get anywhere else without Monster Wear clothing. Owned and operated by Cujo, the cannibal, not a pitbull. He's my friend Corey Matthews, and he's bringing you all your small runner bulk orders on decals, stickers, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, glassware, jerseys, and many other types and styles of fabrics. He offers custom graphics and logo design services and a full suite. And if that's not enough for you, he just got a huge portion of his music catalog. That's right, folks. He is Minnesota hip-hop. You can catch him on Get Local Minnesota. And, yeah, it's all available on Spotify now. So get over there and show him some love. And then get some fucking decals. Get you a hand-painted hockey mask, because guess what? It's almost October. I want to get a hockey mask with the Fiend's mask paint on it. That would be cool.
That would be neat. What if I want to get a hockey mask with the Jason Burlap sack from movie number 2 painted on it.
There you go.
So I have both Jason masks in one.
How about a hockey mask with Mike Myers' mask painted on it?
That'd be... Are we talking about Austin Powers Mike Myers, or are we talking Jamie Lee Curtis Mike Myers?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, well, you could do either
Austin
one.
Powers Mike Myers wore a mask, unless you're talking cat.
Oh, I just meant like... No, I meant a
Mike
Myers mask. Like a mask of him. It's good stuff. It's great stuff. It's memorable and historic, that Michael Myers is. And you know what else was memorable and historic, Pasty?
What's that, my friend?
That's something that happened this week in pro wrestling history. And this is one of the biggest ones. I know the Pasta Mania restaurant from last week was pretty huge.
Oh, it was pretty huge. It went over well.
Oh,
Heard they almost made a comeback because of it.
I'm still burping up garlic sauce from it. But, folks.
My Hulkaroos, man, my stockpile has been dwindling since that episode.
You need to get some more Hulkaroos. I don't know where to find them. But, folks, on September 18th, way back, I don't have the year put on here. 35 years ago, folks. You do the math. What am I here for?
It was 19-2.
19-2. We had to call it Tickety-2 because the Kaiser stole our word for 20. But on that day, in Kansas City, Missouri, Ric Flair defeated Dusty Rhodes to win the National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, that match had the Luthez as a guest referee. Now, not only do you have three of the most iconic wrestlers of all time, three of the greats, three that would be on any Mount Rushmore, but this is special because this was the first of 21, yes, you heard that right, folks, 21 World Heavyweight Championships that Ric Flair had won, 21 being 9 NWA, 10 WCW, 2 WWF, and that doesn't include many others, like the 3-time NWA Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship and how many different TV titles, U.S., Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships, and more than that. Now, we all know WWE only recognizes 16 of these reigns, but Flair would go on to win the 10 pounds of gold 10 times through 1993, and for those of you who don't know, the 10 pounds of gold is the rectangular NWA title, the one that they have now, actually.
Yeah, the one Cody Rhodes is held on to.
For 3 days, baby.
Yes. What a glorious 3 days that was. We wouldn't be where we are today without those 3 days.
Oh, for sure not. Now, Flair was also the only man to hold the NWA and WCW World Heavyweight Championships simultaneously. But Pacey, it gets better than me mispronouncing simultaneously.
No way!
Yes. He did that in 91 when WCW first established its own championship. But then he infamously left WCW in July of 91 as both the WCW and NWA World Champion. Then he won the WWF Championship without ever losing those two belts. Although, statistically or realistically or whatever you want to say in the record books, Flair was stripped of the WCW title immediately when he left WCW, and he would only hold the NWA Championship until making his WWF debut in September when the Alliance no longer recognized him as their champion. So, even though he didn't technically hold the WWF alongside the WCW and NWA, he held both of them together and then won the WWF without losing either two. So that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, nobody will ever do that again, that's for sure. So what makes it so WWE only recognizes 16 of those reigns? Is it companies that they've acquired?
Well, no,
it
because...
It couldn't even be that then, because his number would have gone up.
Yeah, there's over 16. There's more than 16 between WCW, NWA, and WWE. I do know two of those they don't recognize because the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, the Big Gold as they call it, the one that came into WWE when they bought WCW.
The greatest WWE championship in history.
Yeah, the greatest championship ever. Yeah, that one originally started as the NWA... I want to say the NWA International Heavyweight Championship, which was just another World Heavyweight Championship. It was international instead of world, which is the same thing. And two of his...
Well, no, because that's recognized everywhere but here.
His reigns were as the international... Yeah, so... I know that's two of them, but who knows why WWE uses the numbers they use. You can almost guarantee anytime WWE throws out a number, it's a lie.
Yeah, they like to do that.
That's my take.
Mm-hmm. It would be funny, though, if, like, John Cena hit 16 times, but that morning, Ric Flair's more of his championships were recognized, so his record went up.
They just edited the website. They don't even mention it. They just edit the website.
And Michael Cole talks like he's been talking about it for years. John Cena's only 6
Right.
away from tying Ric Flair's record.
That would be just awesome. I love it. And Ric Flair and Vince and WWE have such a weird... Their whole life they've had such a weird relationship. I mean, he's still in the middle of suing them, and he was on NXT, Raw, SmackDown. He was on something just this last week. It's okay, whatever.
I didn't see Flair on anything. I didn't watch SmackDown.
Yeah, with whoever that Migos guy is. I don't know the Migos, but I just know him from Saturday Night Live. I think he's the one that Kenan Thompson played.
Maybe.
But yeah, and now there's rumors that he's going to be joining AEW.
Maybe they paid him the exact dollar amount of what he asked for in the lawsuit, so they could win the lawsuit, but still make him happy and able to take care of his fucking 20-year-old wife.
Right. Oh, who knows? It's crazy, but Pacey, another good reason that we have this title on this episode for this week in pro wrestling history is because Ric Flair is kind of synonymous with Clash of the Champions, the NWA classic show that they put on.
Yes. That
is actually what started Survivor Series. I want to say Survivor Series. Because WWF was trying to counter-program.
No way, they do that?
Was it the Royal Rumble? What? Oh, yeah, I know. They're trying to counter-program the Clash of Champions, which was always aired on TBS for free, with their own on USA for free show the exact same night. Because, yeah, something like that. Anyways, we have WWE's Clash of Champion results that aired this past Sunday, and I guess we'll get into what we thought about it. We won't get into that now, but I think anybody who's watched the WWE pay-per-view in the last 2 years kind of gets the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big four.
You want to start us off, Pacey?
I don't expect much. Yeah. We started off with a pre-show that I actually didn't I did watch, but I didn't pay attention to, because that's what it's worth. Folks.
It was on.
Yeah, it was there. A 3-way cruiserweight championship match with Drew Gulak retaining his championship against Humberto Carrillo and Lince Dorado. So yeah, Gugu won. If we would have called it, if we would have picked, if our picks would have mattered, I think I didn't pick. I think.
Yeah.
Did I pick Dorado? I don't know. Something.
You picked Humberto. They're color coded, Pacey. They're fucking color coded.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You're color coded.
They're color coded. Yeah, you picked Humberto Carrillo. I picked Drew Gulak. Remember, I picked nobody but the tag team championship from Rollins and Strowman to be lost.
Yeah,
I bet that all
of
the championships were going to say keep hands, and yeah, that was a solid strategy to go with this time, for sure. Which you'd think on a pay-per-view with all of the titles on there, or pretty much all of them, that there'd be a lot more changing hands, but
yeah.
We're going to see that not to be the case. Then we had what I think was a surprise for most people, huh?
Yeah. I mean, everybody should have to do the pre-show. It shouldn't just be the low guys. I don't know. Everybody should have to do it at some point, because you can't always have pay-per-views time. But yes, we saw AJ Styles retaining his United States Championship against Cedric Alexander.
For a moment there, I thought that Freddie Mercury came back and buffed up a bit. Who is this Cedric Alexander fella? He definitely has changed his look up quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as he came onto the roster, I feel like they've pushed him harder than they pushed Murph Dirt